The Fable, the Stone and the Grass. Once upon a time, in a beautiful forest, there was a large stone lying beside a stream. The stone had been there for centuries, witnessing countless seasons of rain, sunshine, storms, and prosperity. The stone symbolized solidity, immobility, and the unchanging passage of time. All the trees and plants in the forest looked up to it with admiration. "That is strength," they said. "That is endurance." Nearby, a small blade of grass had just sprouted. The grass was fragile, only a few weeks old, and it was easily swayed by the strong winds. The grass looked at the stone and said, "The tall trees around me always say that this stone is a symbol of strength. But I don't understand. How can a stone that never changes be strength when it never grows, never evolves?" The stone remained silent. It only stared at the grass with a quiet reflection, as if wondering whether it was truly as strong as others believed. Despite being immobile, the stone understood that it could not change anything in the life around it. Winter came, and a snowstorm arrived with fierce winds. The tall trees bowed under the weight of the snow, their dry branches snapped off. The stone remained standing, unmoved, but the small grass had to endure the cold winds and the heavy snow that piled upon it. The grass nearly collapsed under the weight of the winter, but it clung to the earth, patiently waiting for spring. Days passed, winter gradually faded, and spring arrived. The grass grew back, vibrant and green, stretching upward with fresh, tender leaves. The surrounding tall trees had withered and fallen, their branches broken by the destructive winter. The small grass, once weak, now stood firm, while the stone remained the same, still and unchanging. One day, when the warm light of spring bathed the forest, the grass looked at the stone and asked, "Why don't you change? Why don't you grow? You always stay still, never changing, while I had to endure so many hardships just to stand strong today." The stone remained silent for a moment, and then replied, "People see me as a symbol of strength because I stand firm for many centuries, never changing. But I have realized that true strength is not about remaining unchanged. True strength lies in the ability to change, the ability to rise up after every challenge without losing one's essence. I am just a stone, with no choice but to stand still. But you, the grass, though small, have the power to change, to adapt. It is this adaptability, this ability to change in order to survive, that is true strength. If I could change, I would no longer be a stone. I would cease to be myself." The grass remained silent for a while and then said, "So I am not weak, even though I change, and am tested by everything around me?" The stone smiled gently, and in the light of spring it softly replied, "No, you are not weak. Flexibility and the ability to adapt are true strength, and sometimes it is that change that makes you stronger than ever." The grass stood still for a moment, then slowly raised its head, feeling lighter and more confident. It understood that change is not always a sign of weakness, but rather a necessary step to survive and grow in a world that is constantly changing. Lesson: flexibility and the ability to change are true strength. Sometimes we may feel helpless when everything around us changes, but it is our ability to adapt and evolve that helps us overcome challenges and grow. The persistence of a stone may symbolize endurance for a long time, but it is the adaptability of the grass that allows it to stand firm through storms and hardships.